Has your life felt unfulfilling? Has your social life taken a downturn? Want your life to go from, oh no, to, oh wow? Well, sign up today for the all-included Mirelurk bundle.
Perusing through Nexus mods, I found one that was from 2016 that allowed you to play as a Mirelurk, which naturally had me asking, can you beat Fallout 4 as a Mirelurk? I don't think I need to explain the rules here. I'm a Mirelurk. I can't use weapons, or power armor, or armor, because none of that's made for Mirelurks. All for humans. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, let me know by hitting that like button. Now, on with the run. In the game, I used the Quick Start mod to spawn outside of the vault as a lady with high strength, as the Mirelurk's claws are the perfect tool to do an unarmed run. Getting to the chem station behind one of the houses of the sanctuary, I cook up some she crab soup, which if you haven't had, you should definitely try, and turn into my new crustacean form. The goal for this run, if I haven't already said them yet in the intro, is to usurp the throne of the Mirelurk Queen in the castle, defeat the Red Death in Far Harbor, and obviously beat the game. At first, using this mod, I didn't know how to angle the camera correctly in the first person, so unfortunately you can't directly see my monster's transformation, and only see my meaty claws. Speaking of which, being a Mirelurk gives me insane defense and attack bonuses to the point where the Raiders in Concord stood no chance against my carapace, and I waddled my way up to Preston, who warned me that using the power armor would result in a corrupted save file. Thanking the lad, I gently fall off the building and walk backwards against the Raiders. At one point, I got too big for my britches and thought I could handle a Deathclaw, but it scared me straight by using one of its insta-kill grab attacks. Sticking to what I know best, I just hide inside the infamous building and slowly take it out with my incredibly long-reach claws. Like seriously, these things like hit really fucking far. Ignoring Preston for now, I go clear at Hangman's Alley and will be my main way to quickly get around the needed areas in the Commonwealth via the Journey mod. I say hi to Piper, and since it's been a long time, I ask Allie where Nick is, as I forgot where the station is. Inside the Triggermen are effectively a joke, as at level 5 on survival, I'm able to walk through all of them with ease. Dino goes the way of the Dino, and Nick thanks his new Decapod pal. I wipe away all the enemies in our path and decided just to kill Skinny Malone instead of listening to his speech. During the battle, in a frenzy, I do hit Nick on accident. I'm sorry, pal. Trying to leave, it seems some of the Triggermen I ran past before walked their way up here and interrupted us twice, which was not nice on their part. We look out in the sun together and I do the Corvega Settler quest a little early to skip it when I get the Minutemen set up. Holy shit, that took so long. Oh, yeah, I am doing the Minutemen this run, forgot to say that. Returning the synth to its owner, she gives us a cool outfit and then we stare at the desk while trying to recount the plot of Heavy Rain, before stealing Cheerios' house key off Mayor Totally Not a Synth. We go inside and Valentine doesn't find anything but wants to show us the backside of her shell before telling us where Kellogg lives. Going back to the faction quest, I turn in the Corvega job and Preston, who we picked up earlier, decides now is the best time to tell the soft shell that's his landlady about how the Minutemen were corrupt past 50 men. We pat him in the back and use Hangman's Alley as the start for a jaunt to Kellogg. On the way, I found a stall that was selling fresh fruit for free that I actually haven't seen before, so hell yeah. The problem with ghouls also starts to rear their ugly head as they're able to stun me for quite some time with their attacks and don't seem to die in one hit like the rest of the enemies. It's not that big of a problem though, unless you're one of those weirdos with the insane PCs that can handle those giant 500 plus ghoul horde mods. They're so weird. I kinda want to play them though. The new problems don't stop there though, as entering the station it seemed the synths were able to detect my unarmed build and counter it by not using their guns and instead engaging in fisticuffs with me. It seems most synths operate as a terrible 2 situation, where they'll block for one another while making the entire fight really annoying. Trying to run past them, I'm too fat and die by a landmine, and then the next attempt I get pinned in the corner by a synth, but I made it out with relative ease. I advise against any tight spaces when you're playing this mod. Not wasting any time, I just rush down Kellogg, and once he's dead, I take out his cronies and get to watch the Brotherhood make their entrance. On the way to watch Kellogg's highlight reel, I clear out the hippie camp for Preston, and speaking of Kellogg's memories, I'm going to do what no other challenge runner does and force you to sit here and go through the entire sequence. Don't worry, it's going to be it might be in silence. I have a bit planned, I actually don't know if we're going to do it or not, though. Guess you're gonna find out.
Plant on the host. Harmonic activity coming from the host. It's the generator, but it's
Stars of the Midnight Ranger. I don't know the lyrics. Into the night. That's cool as shit. What's your name? What's your name? Ryham007. Yo. Follow this nigga. Wait. They're Canadian. Don't follow them. Don't follow them. I'm anti-Canadian. No, do follow. I'm being a dickhead. I'm being a dickhead. Dickhead. That's not cooked at all. Shut up.
Forget gambling manga Akagi. Once
Anakin, my lead.
Why do you walk like that?
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
What state is this? Is it crazy to say Orleans purely because of like these like window rails?
You seem familiar.
I have one of those faces.
You were one of the urchins my foundation paraded around for good press, weren't you?
You got me.
You're welcome, by the way. You...
Horrifically mocked. Horrifically mocked. The CEO of sex himself, dude. Ooh, shit! Oh, no! Oh, please don't take my girl, Ned. My word.
Ah, there's one. Connecting.
Every time you hit the button, it opens the box.
So someone has.
Just hold it.
Whenever you're ready.
So someone has to run over there. I'm going. I'm going. Wait for me.
This
I'll go,
appears to be
Bugger!
a very recent memory. So
When they get there, I'm just gonna let it go. Yes.
Okay, we gotta go.
As you shower, a tiny vac.
Chocolate cake for 20 children. 20 foster children! In your community. Okay. My bad, Unc. Yo, Unc, my bad. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. There you go, kids. Oh man, that drink was good as fuck. What drink is that? I should like read shit. I thought this nigga had 20 kids, and I was gonna be shocked. But he didn't. I'm stupid.
You guys are free to all roll stealth checks, and the party will have the.
Here's his file.
You'll know who this is in 5 seconds. I can already tell. That's terrifying. Don't look at me like that. That's gross.
Isaac and his mother lived alone in a small house. Isaac kept to himself,
drawing pictures and playing with his toys.
Since his mom watched Christian broadcasts.
Life was simple, and they were both happy.
That was until the day Isaac's mom heard a voice from above.
Listen.
X688, ready to reload with Sean.
Mr. Kellogg, I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
What the fuck? Heading to the former hellscape known as the Glowing Sea in search of Virgil, I find that my delectable shell prevents me from gaining any and all types of radiation, and I am so happy this is a thing as I do not want to farm Rad-X on survival. But when I'm deep enough in the glowing sea, I'm almost poisoned to death from a pack of blood bugs. And when I try to run away, get chased by 2 rad scorpions. My only respite was an abandoned shack I found, which housed a secret military base. I was going to explore it, but then I saw Synths in there and I was like, no. On my way to the most remote man possible, I see an Enclave base added in a year or 2 ago from the anniversary update, and decide it wise to fight the men in power armor. Turns out, holy shit, yeah, it was wise, as their weapons do nothing to me, and I'm able to clear out most of the enemies and kill their commander. When I turn on the elevator though, I'm greeted with a Tesla cannon to the face and die. That area wasn't part of my mission anyway, so I leave it, talk to Virgil, who says we can make a cure for the both of us, and get to do some WrestleMania, as all of the gunners in the tower refuse to shoot at me and gang up on me constantly. Seriously, if you ever use this mod and want to go do a playthrough of your own, every single enemy will not shoot at you. All of them will want to fist fight you. So, turns out though, I am the only one that's spec'd into melee, so none of these fights are actually hard, just incredibly tedious. One thing I've yet to mention is that since I'm not buying anything like ammo or scrap for weapon upgrades, I'm still able to use all the caps I collect on buying healing items like dirty and purified water, stim packs, etc. Trying to sneak past one of the gunners on the bridge, that cheating bitch pulls out his fist without seeing me, so naturally I have to kill him in VATS. The Courser fight itself is just embarrassing. A giant crab fist fights an invisible robot and is parrying attacks it can't even see. Mr. Itagaki, take notes. I hope he said his name right. He's like incredibly racist towards Americans, I think. Ignoring how close I am to the screen, we finally get to use nature's highway, the river, to easily get through Boston without having to deal with any of the mutants or raiders. We do this to go meet the railroad dorks, and I make them decode the Courser chip before killing all of them with my claws. I do this because I'll be damned if I let these idiotic toaster advocates infect my communities with unaging ticking time bombs. Also, I just don't like the railroad. Who likes the railroad? Right after though, we get to complete our first task of clearing the castle, so we just rush in and find out, since we're in the same faction as all the Mirelurks, we get to fight them one-on-one. During this survival deathmatch, we get into a tussle with a legendary glowing Mirelurk that is at least 10 levels higher than me. Each one of its hits cleaves half of my life away, and just listen to the joy in my voice when this thing died.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! I did it. I did it. Oh my god, that was way harder than it was supposed to be.
Not going to lie, the Mirelurk Queen didn't even attack me after the glowing Mirelurk, and our first goal was completed with ease. Yeah, that shit sure is cinematic, huh? Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. Sturgis is a racist and refused to talk to me to make the teleporter unless I revert back to a human. Inside the Institute proper, I don't have any funny jokes to say besides, I don't know, Psycho Patrol R video sometime this year probably, if I can fucking beat the game. I kill Father and fight the Terrible too. Tooth since designed like a Dark Souls boss to be unfun and only be a speed bump in my way. Like seriously, fighting 2 people with melee, it's so unfun in 4, it's crazy. Afterwards, it's back to the castle to clear up my next boxing opponent, the Sentry Bot Sarge. I feel a little bad for him in this fight, as while he could do some damage to me, I have an ally in Ronnie and a giant pillar I can circle around to get hits in that he can't block. When Sarge is destroyed, the Institute attacks, so in order not to waste any of my time dying to them, I just run away far enough for them to stay loaded in and wait for Ronnie and Preston to clear them out on their own. Now, we've done everything we need to get into the Institute and actually finish them off, but first, it's time for Fahaba and to defeat the Red Death. I talk to the Innsmouth woman on Fahaba and stand outside the gate not helping during the attack from the Gulpers. During which, I watch as my brethren work with the Gulpers, some freak of nature that's contesting them for the waters on this island. Alan thinks they should just kill all the Gulpers, and I side with him as the enemy of my enemy is a friend. I try the local cuisine before getting the first Mariner quest to get some power tools. If you played this DLC, you've seen this quest in the NPC that has 3,000 caps on his person if you kill him. Unfortunately for us though, we need to quell our bloodlust and keep him alive to meet our enemy, the Red Death, at a later date. Heading inside, we beat the glowing one in a similar fashion to how my father beat my mother, and outside, Machete Mike plays the role of the CPS worker and giving me an out on this run. I decline though, as all superhero backstories have an abusive or absent parent, and head back to the Mariner, who gives us a slap in the ass and points us towards their next target. We fight our way through raiders on a local ship and meet our first power armored enemy in the run. Since the Minutemen lets us bypass dealing with the Brotherhood, I haven't seen anyone in power armor besides this specific raider, and the raider in Lexington with the mini nuke. Don't get me wrong here, he wasn't a problem the slightest. I just wanted to point out how unique he is, or now was, considering I fucking killed him. The Mariner this time pays us more caps and calls us her bestest buddy, so I'm feeling very motivated to do our next quest, which is to collect Mirelurk shells. On the way to do more patricide, I'm attacked by a gang of gulpers, but my Mirelurk buddies swoop in to save the day and keep the others busy while I 1v1 the main gulper. It almost kills me, but I beat it and run away to avoid any of the consequences. Here at Mirelurk home base, I have to pick out the weakest targets and kill them in vats, as the Razor Claws and even the normal Mirelurks here are like 10 times stronger than me. Running back home in tears at my patricide, the Mariner gives me a stupid weapon and tells me going after the Red Death. The Innsmouth woman begs us not to go, but we say fuck off, Mom, and meet the Red Death.
Pirates on the boat. Pirates on the boat. Pirates on the fucking boat. Pirates on the 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 boat.
Turns out, it's a very small Mirelurk, and we wonder if we can handle it. We could always call in the Marines, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I just kill it myself. After its death, it insists on fighting, and starts dragging itself out of the dirt, kind of like Spider-Man. Which, you know, holy oa, holy oa. We get back to the town, and they congratulate us, so we take our win and get back to trying to infiltrate the Institute. Deep inside the vats of the sewer system, I input the code on the keypad, but nothing seemed to happen. I thought maybe I needed to activate something in my inventory, but when I looked, there was nothing. I effectively could not progress as something broke and didn't open. But then I saw that when I got into first person, I could see out of bounds, and it pushed me forward a little bit. Using this, I forced myself out of bounds, and then after some testing, when I go back into first person in this specific area, it shoots me to the area I need to go to progress. I don't know the specifics of how this works, but thank God it did, as I really didn't want the run to end here. We teleport the boys inside and let them deal with most of the enemies before getting into the Institute Botany Labs and fighting a gorilla to the death. We steal the experimental serum for Virgil, and a Minimet was in my way trying to leave, so I had to show how apolitical I was and kill them. We get into the main atrium proper, where we fight the horde of synths. During this, the Institute deployed their new technology that blips me away from the combat whenever I try to use VATS to get me killed via an ambush. Too bad for them, but the untrained scientists can't ever hope to shoot me when there was a few trees in their way. So we turn on the emergency order and leave our kid behind to blow them all up, and all's well that ends well. Almost. I have 2 more things I gotta do. We go back to our dear friend Virgil and give him a cure, and we decline one for our own, deciding to live our life as a true Mirelurk. So we go over to Dugout Inn for a nice drink, since this was a pretty long run.
A Mirelurk? Come on. That's like 2 out of 10 points of danger tops.
Yo, what the fuck did you just say about Mirelurks? Nah, that's fucked up. I'm killing everyone in here. It became clear to me that Mirelurk and humankind could never come together and live in harmony. So, it's my goal to kill every last human in the Commonwealth. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content and want to see more, please let me know by liking and commenting. YouTube greatly likes impressions and interactions on the stuff. If you're on mobile and you really feel the need, you can hype this, only if you want to, though. I actually don't know if it works. Anyways, here's the outro. This is the outro. Really quick video. Just wanted to shoot it out because I realize it's taken fucking forever to play through Persona 4. Yeah, you know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you never